There are perhaps a few artists who come to mind when discussing the epitome of a successful Virginia trailblazer. Among that elite few is author and philanthropist Gene Thornton, also known as No Malice of the Virginia hip-hop duo, the Clipse.
The beginning for us, I guess, was around 1998. Just growing up with Pharrell and Chad Hugo. I was always into hip-hop, always into MCing, and just like, all the neighborhood kids just in the lunchroom, beating on the tables, beating on the lockers. You know the story. I'm sure everybody's been through that. Just having a love for hip hop. We would go over to Chad Hugo's house, and his parents would, let us go up in the attic and make all the noise that we wanted to make. And we just started making demos and driving to New York and meeting with A&Rs, meeting with the label heads, and basically anyone who would listen and just present our work. And at a young age, at an early age, we really believed in our work. If people weren't feeling it or whatever, we always thought it was something wrong with them. We never went there and really seeking approval. We already knew what our work was. We really believed in it and stood behind it from the beginning. I never thought about making a career out of hip hop. It was just something that I loved to do. And it wasn't until the Neptunes started, making way in the industry and rubbing elbows with all the bigwigs that, my brother and I saw that it was tangible. And then once we saw, how close we could get in with these people who were, we'd be in a room with them one day and then see them on TV the next day, it just kind of like, fueled the fire for us to just really try and make this thing happen. I'm glad to be considered, amongst people like Timbaland, Missy, and the Neptunes, Skills, Knots, the list goes on. I hate to leave anyone out. It's definitely an honor to be able to be respected, and coming from this community and being able to represent Virginia on such a wide scale, to the rest of the world and, overseas, stateside, everywhere. And I'm just glad to be able to give some credit, to Virginia. VA is so full of creativity. Everyone brings their own perspective and their own point of view. It just so happens that we definitely had a sound and a style that was stamped, and people associated our sound with Virginia.
With their breakout #1 debut, Lord Willin', the Clipse put a permanent stamp in the music industry. In spite of being one half of a Grammy-nominated duo, No Malice made a bold move by taking a break from rap music.
The reason I had stopped with the music temporarily was because I had a life-changing event happen in my life. So what I decided to do was just take a little time out and to write a book. The book is entitled Wretched, Pitiful, Poor, Blind, and Naked. And it chronicles my life all the way from my childhood to my family life to life in the industry. And I just thought it was another opportunity to share with my followers and share with my fans just another one of the many facets of Clipse. It was not just therapeutic for me. I knew that it would be therapeutic for the readers. All of the people that had supported the Clipse, supported the music, supported me. I knew that this was an opportunity to give back and say, they seen Malice in all of his splendor. So I just wanted to share with them when things weren't so great as well. And just to, shed light. And I think it's always a great thing to be able to, give back and not just give you a one-sided coin. The advice I would give to those individuals who aspire to be in this industry is to, number one, put God first, definitely. Secondly, I would say to that, be true to yourself. Be true to who you are, because everyone is unique. Everyone is original, or at least should be original. You don't want to come in patterning yourself after, you know, the people out before you. You definitely want to pay attention to the moves that they make, but you have to bring your own element, your own twist to it, because there's no one like you, and you definitely have something to offer the world with just who you are. Take your gift and use your talent, use the gift that God has given you to better humanity, to help someone. When you do that, the finances and all that can't help but to come into play. You know, don't necessarily do it to chase the dollar. More importantly than that is to be a blessing and be able to help and be able to enlighten someone else. And then everything that you desire will definitely come into play.